Good evening. Tonight we'll talk about marketing on the web. In this lecture, we'll cover how firms use marketing strategies and how online advertising has developed and grown. We'll discuss email, customer relationship management, branding on the web, social media viral marketing, and search engine strategies. When household products were purchased primarily by women, ads depicted the father as inept, and at that time they may have made sense. Men now take a larger role in these decisions, and companies have turned away from advertising that makes a joke of men's experiences in this sector. It shows that the market changes, and therefore marketing strategies have to change as well. In 2012, Kimberly-Clark faced a firestorm of criticism for portraying men as incompetent caregivers. Now, the company regularly engages with dad-focused social media outlets and participates in the annual Dad 2.0 Summit. There's what's known as the 4 P's of marketing. Product is the physical item or service sold. A brand is the perception by the customer of the product. Price is the amount the customer pays for the product. Customer value is customer benefits minus the total cost. Promotion includes any means to spread word about the product. And place or distribution is the need to have products or services available in many different locations. We have to get the right products to the right places at the best time in order to sell them. A product-based marketing strategies is where managers think in terms of the products and services sold. This works well when customers think of needs in terms of product categories. For example, Staples or Office Depot. It's not an efficient website design when customers look to fulfill a specific need. A web site design should be tailored to meet individual customer needs and to offer alternative shopping paths. Customer-based marketing strategies are websites designed to meet various types of customers' specific needs. The initial step is to identify customer groups sharing common characteristics, also known as demographics, and to make the site more accessible and useful for each group that might be visiting your site. Companies need to take the view beyond an internal perspective. A good representation of this customer-based marketing strategy is found on many university websites, where they focus their design on the needs of the different stakeholders: current students, prospective students, parents of students, faculty, potential donors, and so on. There's a need to communicate with the different market segments. Media selection, or choosing where to market and advertise for a company, can be critical with an online-only firm. There's no physical presence. The only customer contact made is through the image projected by the media or website the company is using. Online firm challenges is to obtain customer trust with no physical presence. Trust, complexity, and media choice. The web is a very broad intermediate step between mass media and personal contact. Web communication offers advantages of personal contact selling along with mass media cost savings. Mass media advertising offers the lowest trust level, but many companies still manage to use it successfully. Product complexity is a factor in media choice also. Many companies are using blogs to communicate. Blogs and social media allow companies to engage in two-way communications that more closely resembles the high-trust personal contact communication mode. A market segmentation divides potential customer pools into segments defined by customer characteristics. Micro-marketing is the practice of targeting very small market segments. It's hampered by the increased cost to do it. Three categories to identify market segments are geographic segmentation, demographic segmentation, and psychographic segmentation. Television advertisers use all three categories, as noted in the book. A market segmentation on the web. The web presents an opportunity for different store environments online. Juicy Couture, that site targets young, fashion-conscious buyers, while the Talbot's site targets older, more established buyers. Retail stores have limited floor and display space, so they must convey one particular message. Web stores can provide several separate virtual spaces for different market segments. Offering customers a choice on the web. One-to-one marketing offers product and services matched to the needs of a particular customer. An example of this is Dell. They offer several different ways to do business. The homepage links for each major customer group to specific products and product category links are all available. And with Dell Premier accounts, you get a high level of customer-based market segmentation. So here we see the 4 P's of marketing. Product, you're looking at the quality of the product, its design, the features, the branding, how you're getting a perception on the part of the customer, how you package it, price, the value to the customer, the price of competing products, how sensitive customers are to price in this particular product category. Promotion, that's the entire spectrum of integrated marketing communications. Place, distribution channels, inventory management, and logistics strategies. Here we see trust in 3 communication modes and also in product or service complexity with those. For simple products, mass media is fine. As you get into more complex products, web-based support is acceptable as well. They've got a lot of question and answer sites on the web. But for highly complex products, there's really a need for personal contact. And here we see television advertising messages tailored to the program audience. So they study the type of audience that's going to be looking at a particular type show, and then that's the type of advertisers that are attracted to advertise that type of show. So let's look at some of the elements of marketing on the web. First, browsers, and we're looking at people here, and their browsers are people who are visitors that just surf or browse websites. The website must offer something to pique the visitor's interests. Trigger words prompt visitors to stay and investigate products or services. These are links to explanations or instructions, is another helpful tool for this type of visitor. You might also include extra content related to the products or services. And visitors who develop a favorable impression are more likely to bookmark the site for a return visit. Buyers, another type of customer, they're people who are ready to make a purchase right away. The site should offer a direct route into the purchase transaction. The shopping cart is part of the website that keeps track of items selected for purchase and automates the purchasing process. The page should offer links back to the shopping area and allow shoppers to create an account. The primary goal is to get the customer to the shopping cart as quickly as possible. And these customers, again, are classified as buyers as opposed to browsers that we just looked at. Another category of customer is shopper, and these are people who are motivated to buy, but they're looking for more information before they purchase. So your site could offer comparison tools, product reviews, and feature lists. A person may visit a website one day as a browser and return later as a shopper or a buyer. People do not retain the same behavioral categories from one visit to the next, even for the same website. McKinsey and Company identified 6 alternative behavior models for customers. The simplifiers, convenience, they're out there to just find a convenient way to get information or to buy. Surfers find information, they're out to explore new ideas or to shop. Bargainers are in search of good deals. Connectors like to stay in touch with other people. Routiners return to the same site over and over. And sportsters spend time on sports and entertainment sites. So we have to identify the groups of customers we have and formulate ways of generating revenue from their business based on their characteristics. The customer relationship intensity and life cycle segmentation is one approach to doing this. You can have one-to-one marketing and usage-based segmentation, and that'll strengthen the company's relationships with customers. Good customers' experiences create feelings of intense loyalty. There's a 5-stage model of customer loyalty. The first 4 stages show an increase in relationship intensity, and they go from awareness to exploration to familiarity to commitment. The 5th stage is separation, and in this stage decline occurs and the relationship terminates. Touch points are online and offline customer contact points. You should have a goal of providing similar levels and quality of service at all touch points, and this is touch point consistency. Dropping the ball on any of them can tarnish the overall perception the customer has for your company. So let's look at the characteristics of these 5 stages. Awareness. customers recognize the company name and the product. Exploration, customers learn more about the company and its products. Familiarity, customers have completed several transactions. Customers are aware of return and credit policies. Customers are aware of pricing flexibility. And customers are just as likely to shop competitors as to return to your company in this stage of the relationship. The fourth stage in the relationship was commitment, and this is where customers experience highly satisfactory encounters, and customers develop a fierce loyalty or a strong preference for your company. The last stage, separation, the conditions that made the relationship valuable to both parties change, and the parties enter into the separation stage. The goal is to move customers into the commitment stage as quickly as possible and keep them there as long as possible. You only want to see customers move into the separation stage if they are costing more to serve than they're worth. So here we see website categories of visitors based on a behavioral segmentation study. And we've got the simplifiers, surfers, bargainers, connectors, routiners, and sportsters, their objectives for going online, and the website characteristics that attract those type of visitors. For example, for connectors, they want to stay in touch with others. Your site should have discussion boards, chat rooms, social networking features, online greeting cards, and email services. And here's the 5 stages of customer loyalty and the level of intensity at each stage. And you can see the level of intensity rises up until you hit the peak at the commitment stage, and then it starts to tail off, and eventually you reach the separation stage. So, how do we acquire customers? Well, one model is the funnel model. It's a conceptual tool used to understand the overall nature of a marketing strategy, and it also provides a clear structure for evaluating specific strategy elements. It's similar to the customer lifecycle model, but a little less abstract. And it does a better job at showing the effectiveness of 2 or more specific strategies. Some of the things we have to consider are the costs of customer acquisition, conversion, and retention. The benefits of acquiring new visitors are different for web businesses with different revenue models. Acquisition cost is the amount of money spent to bring one customer to the site. Conversion is converting a customer into, converting a visitor into a customer. A conversion cost is the total cost of money a site spends to induce a visitor to purchase, subscribe, or register. Retained customers return to the site after the purchase. A retention cost is the cost of inducing customers to return to a website and buy again. Advertising is important for customer acquisition. And we can use a 5-stage customer loyalty model to determine the type of advertising that we would produce. In the awareness stage, the message from our advertising should inform our potential customers. In the exploration stage, the message should explain how the product works and encourage switching from other brands to our brand. In the familiarity stage, the message should convince customers to purchase products or request a call. In the commitment stage, the message should reinforce good feelings and remind the customer to buy. In the separation stage, customers aren't targeted in advertising anymore. Online ads should be coordinated with existing advertising efforts. Display ads are small rectangular objects with stationary or moving graphics. They're also called banner ads. They include hyperlinks to the advertiser's website. They're versatile. They have both informative and persuasive functions. Attention-grabbing ads include audio and video. You can create them with Shockwave, with Java, and with Flash. You also have interactive marketing unit IMU ad formats. These have voluntary standard ad sizes, and they follow the Universal Ad Package, or UAP. Other display ads are leaderboard ads that are designed to span the top or the bottom of a web page. Skyscraper ads are designed to be placed on the side of a web page and to remain visible as the user scrolls through the page. Advertising agencies and website design firms create display ads for online clients. The prices can range from $50 to more than $8,000, depending on the complexity. Display ad placement. So you can use an ad exchange network to coordinate ad sharing. You can also find websites appealing to the company's market segments and pay those sites to carry the ads. Most companies will use an ad agency to negotiate rates and to help with ad placement. You can also, as I just mentioned, use a display advertising network as a broker between the advertisers and the websites that will carry the ads. Large networks such as DoubleClick, owned by Google, may offer many of the same services as an ad agency. Some new strategies for display ads. Some of the approaches here would be animated GIFs with moving elements, display-rich media effects, in other words, video clips, add interactive effects, and that's you can write with JavaScript programs that respond to a user's click with some action, and ads that appear to be dialog boxes. Click-through rates are typically about 0.3 to 0.5%. Research suggests that website visitors are influenced by ads they don't click, but advertisers are reluctant to pay for ads that don't produce measurable results. The intrusive ad format is another new strategy. Pop-up ads appear in their own window when a user opens or closes a web page, and they require the user to click a small close button in the window of the ad. They're annoying and they can create lasting bad will, but many advertisers find them to be effective. Ad blocking software prevents display ads and pop-up ads from loading. Interstitial ads open in their own browser page when a user clicks to load a page. They may close automatically, or they may require the user to close them. They're larger and more annoying than pop-up ads. The rich media and video ad formats I just mentioned, you generate a graphical activity that floats over the web page itself is another approach. and they always contain moving graphics and usually include audio and video elements. Video ads are a form of rich media ad used on the websites that deliver a video. It can either be freestanding or integrated into videos the site visitor selects to watch. A pre-roll video ad requires a visitor to view all or part of an ad before the content of the video they want to watch begins to play. Most video ads are 10 to 30 seconds long. Text ads are another approach. They're a short promotional message with no graphic elements, usually placed along the web page on the top or the right side. Google found these ads to be less obtrusive than display ads, but still very effective. It's criticized for including unobtrusive ads on its pages, so Google now clearly labels ads to prevent confusion. Inline text ads are text in stories displayed as hyperlinks. Okay, let's take a look at mobile device advertising now that we've finished looking at some of the new strategies for display ads. There's been tremendous usage growth for mobile devices connected to the internet. Some mobile software applications include an advertising element. Messages are displayed from advertisers. Part of the app screen, or even in a separate screen, you'll see that advertising element. Mobile apps advertising space marketed in the same way as mobile, websites banner advertising. Site sponsorships. Websites offer advertisers the opportunity to sponsor all or parts of their sites. It's a more subtle way of promoting products. The goals are similar to sporting event sponsors or television program sponsors. Tie the company product name to an event that people are interested in. Ethical concerns are raised if the sponsor is allowed to create content or weave advertising into the site's content. That should always be clearly identified as an advertisement. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the online advertising cost and effectiveness. The issue of measuring website effectiveness has become important. The pricing metric is cost per thousand, and the abbreviation there is CPM. And the cost cost per thousand is the same for mass media advertising, that same metric. The M is from the Roman numeral for 1,000. The dollar amount paid for every 1,000 people in the estimated audience is what this metric is measuring. Cost per click, CPC, is an alternative to cost per thousand. This is a charge when the ad is not only displayed and there's so many thousands of people who see that web page. This is where they actually click on the ad as well. And the charge there is per click. A visit is when a visitor requests a page from a website. A trial visit is the first time a particular visitor loads a web page from a website. A repeat visit is subsequent page loads. Each page load by a visitor counts as a page view. If a page contains an ad, it's called an ad view. Some web pages have display ads that load. Each time the display ad loads, that's an impression. And if the visitor clicks the display ad, that action is a click or a click-through. It's difficult for companies to gauge the cost and benefits of advertising on the web. Many have developed new metrics to evaluate the number of desired outcomes that advertising yields. Number of new visitors who buy for the first time after arriving via click-through can be used to calculate advertising cost of acquiring a customer on the web. Most analysts agree that online advertising is much more effective if it's properly targeted. So here we see the funnel model of customer acquisition. We show that we have 500,000 people seeing an ad on a web page. 10,000 ad viewers become website visitors. 900 website visitors become shoppers. 500 website shoppers complete their purchases. And then 80 purchasers become loyal repeat customers. And here's the typical layouts of leaderboard, skyscraper, and other placement ads following the universal ad package format standards. How many pixels wide, how many pixels high. Here we see the new strategy of displaying ads as, in this case, pop-up messages. Here's the average time spent in hours per day on various media, and we can see that television still is the top choice. 4.15 hours per day people watch television, but more and more mobile internet and desktop internet are increasing as well. Radio, especially for people who are driving. And here's cost per thousand rates for advertising in various media. So let's continue on with customer acquisition strategies. Email marketing is another customer acquisition strategy. It can be a powerful element in your overall advertising strategy. It can be used to announce new products or features, or used to announce sales on existing products. You have some problems though. The unsolicited commercial email, UCE, also known as spam or bulk mail, is electronic junk mail. It includes solicitations, ads, or email chain letters. It wastes time, it wastes disk space, consumes large amounts of internet capacity. You want to avoid engaging in spam. Obtain customer approval before you send that email to them. Otherwise, it can actually have a boomerang effect and make them more antagonistic towards your company brand. Permission marketing is an opt-in email. That's the practice of sending email messages to people who request the information. It's part of an overall permission marketing strategy. Example companies here are YesMail, Constant Contact, and ReturnPath. A conversion rate is the percentage of recipients responding to an ad or promotion. And in this particular type of marketing, it can range from 10% to more than 30%. Because again, customers are opting in for these emails. It's not annoying spam coming to them. We can combine content with advertising. We can use articles, news stories of interest to specific market segments to increase the acceptance of an email. Advertisers send content by using hyperlinks inserted into email messages. It takes customers to the advertiser's website content. It's easier to induce customers to stay on the site and to consider making purchases once you get them to click on that hyperlink. You have to coordinate across your media outlets, and that's an important element of any marketing strategy. Other marketing efforts undertaken at the same time should be consistent with the email marketing message. Outsourcing email processing. A number of customers are opting into information-laden emails, and that can outgrow the capacity of your advertising information technology staff. So an email processing service provider will manage an email campaign at the cost of about 1 to 5 cents per address. And many companies will also help clients purchase lists of email addresses from companies that compile such lists. Technology-enabled relationship management. A clickstream is the information that a website can gather about its visitors. And technology-enabled relationship management occurs when a firm obtains information on customer behavior, preferences, needs, and buying patterns. And this information can help to set prices, negotiate terms, tailor promotions, add new product features, and customize the customer relationship. It's also called customer relationship management, CRM, and it's a technology-enabled customer relationship management or electronic customer relationship management, and that is known as eCRM. A market space is commerce in the information world. The value creation requires different processes in market space. Information itself is a source of value. So use information to create new value for customers. You should provide customized, value-added digital products and services in the market space. Early CRM systems failed due to being overly complex and requiring too much staff time. Recently, companies have had more success with systems that are less ambitious and therefore simpler to use. A good CRM system gathers information from every customer touchpoint. Multiple sources of information about customers, their preferences, their behaviors is entered into a large database called a data warehouse. Data mining, analytical processing, examines stored information and looks for patterns. Statistical modeling is a technique that tests CRM analyst theories about relationships among customer and sales data elements. So here we see a chart of technology-enabled relationship management and traditional customer relationships. So you have the various dimensions, the technology-enabled customer relationship management. So for advertising as a dimension, The technology-enabled CRM provides information in response to specific customer inquiries. The traditional relationships with customers are a push and sell, which is a uniform message to all customers. With promotions and discounts offered, individually tailored with a technology-enabled CRM, individually tailored to each customer. And with traditional relationships with customers, the same promotion and discount is offered to every customer. And we can see the differences in all of the different dimensions that the technology-enabled CRM does have its strengths. So here we see the typical elements of a CRM system. The customer touch points are website interactions, logs of chats with customers, customer completed information request forms, social media posts. Customer communications is another touch point. That would be from emails, from phone calls, from letters. Salesperson interaction, call reports and memos. You also have information coming in from company operational records. This is from invoices, sales back orders, sales returns, warranty repair information. And then you also have a third category of information going into the data warehouse, and that's external data that you purchase. Industry trend reports, economic forecast, market research, and credit reports on customers. Then you've got data mining and statistical modeling software that reads the data warehouse and comes up with reports and recommendations for action to CRM analysts who formulate and revise their strategies and tactics to better meet the needs of customers. And of course, this is all based on this entire process of customer relationship management and the information gathered from customer touchpoint, operational records, and external data that you purchase. Okay, let's continue on web marketing, talking about branding. Branded products are easier to advertise and promote. Each product carries the reputation of the brand name. The value of a brand usually far exceeds the cost of creating that brand. There's three key brand elements. Product differentiation clearly distinguishes the product from its competitors. Relevance is the degree to which the product offers utility to a potential customer. And perceived value, this is a key element, occurs when the customer receives a value in buying the product. Environmental changes can cause brands to lose value. Emotional branding versus rational branding. Emotional appeals work well on television, radio, billboards, and print. Ad targets with passive information, and there's an acceptance mode in people for this. It's difficult to convey on the web, which is an active medium controlled by the customer. Rational branding offers to help web users in some way in exchange for viewing an ad. It relies on the cognitive appeal of specific help offered. So for our e-commerce branding, we want to use rational branding as opposed to emotional appeals that might work well in non-interactive media like television, radio, billboards, and print. With interactive media like the web, rational branding is the way to go. Affiliate marketing strategies. One firm's website and affiliate site includes descriptions, reviews, ratings, or other information about a product linked to another firm's site that offers the item for sale. The affiliate site receives a commission for every visitor who follows a link to the seller's site. The affiliate saves expense of handling inventory, advertising, product promotion, and transaction processing. Amazon.com was one of the first to create a successful affiliate marketing program on the web. So, commissions for affiliate marketing. Pay-per-click click pays a commission each time a visitor clicks the link and loads the seller's page. Pay-per-conversion pays when a visitor becomes a qualified prospect or customer. Affiliate program broker serves as a clearinghouse for sites interested in affiliate programs. Cause marketing benefits a charitable organization. Affiliate site created to benefit a charity. Sponsoring company makes a donation when a visitor clicks a link. These have higher click-through rates than typical ads. Viral marketing relies on existing customers to tell prospective customers about products or service. Blue Mountain Art's electronic greeting cards include a link to the greeting card site. And we also have social media marketing is best done using an indirect approach. And social media is where you're going to get a lot of viral marketing campaigns. Encourage the community to discuss the desirability of a product or service. Website followers on a company's discussion activity are called fans. Search engine strategies. Let's look at positioning and domain names. These are ways that potential customers find websites through search engines and through a referral by a friend, a link on a referring website, referral by an affiliate marketing partner, the site's URL in a print advertisement or on television, unintentional visit, and the last one, of course, is search engine or a search directory website. So a website that helps people find things on the web is this search engine directory site. It has a spider, a crawler, or a robot, or a bot, various names, which is a program to automatically search the web for potentially interesting web pages. It'll then index in their database, which is used to store these elements. A search utility then takes these search terms entered by visitors and finds matching web page entries that are among those interesting web pages it has collected in its index or database. The search engine ranking uses factors to decide which of the web pages, in other words their URLs, appear first on searches for a search term. Search engine positioning, or search engine optimization, or search engine placement is the art and science of having a particular URL listed near the top of a search engine result set. A paid placement, also known as search term sponsorship, offers the option of purchasing a top listing on results page for a particular search term. Another option is to buy display ad space at the top of search results pages that include certain terms. A search engine positioning is a complex subject. Some sites use search engine placement brokers to sell ads, and Google uses their AdWords program to do that. Contextual advertising is ads placed in proximity to related content, and localized advertising is ads related to location on search results. And let's finish up with discussing website naming issues. The URLs should reflect the company name or reputation. It's an important part of establishing a web presence. Troublesome domain names can lead to purchasing more suitable domain names. So, for example, www.iflyswa.com was changed to www.southwest.com. And www.delta-air.com was changed to www.delta.com. So it's just easier for people to remember delta.com and southwest.com for those airlines. Companies often buy more than one domain name to ensure users find the intended site. It prevents problems due to misspelled words. Many companies have different names or forms of names associated with their websites. You can buy, sell, and lease domain names. Artuframe purchased the URL art.com and had a 30% increase in site traffic the next day. When the company failed, the domain name was bought by another art company that had a 100% increase in site visitors the first month. So you can see the importance of having a good domain name. The market for domain names continues to be active. Names that include general topic terms are going to result in the highest prices. Many companies invested in highly desirable domain names. Leasing the right to domain names is an option that is usually done through URL brokers. URL brokers, they sell, lease, auction valuable domain names. Unissued or unused domain names can be purchased from a domain registrar. Internet Corporation for Assigned Names and Numbers, ICANN, and we've talked about this in previous lectures, maintains an accredited registrar's list. And registrars offer domain name search tools. And here we see some of the elements of a brand, its ability to differentiate, and what it means to the customer, how the product is unlike its competitor in significant ways, perceived value, is this product or service good, and relevance, how does this product or service fit into my lifestyle. And then viral marketing can happen when a video, when a tweet or a post of interest is rapidly spread in social media. Here's the amount of online advertising expenditures through 2017, and you can see there's been a steady growth in that up to a projected $60 billion in the year 2017. And then here's global advertising expenditures by medium. The desktop internet gets 21% of the global advertising expenditure. Mobile internet gets 9%, a total of 30% for the internet. Television's still the largest with 39%. Radio gets 6%. And then you have a variety of other media, outdoor, such as billboards, newspapers, magazines, with much smaller percentages. And here are some domain names that sold for more than $5 million. Insurance.com, vacationrentals.com, privatejet, 360.com, hotels.com, fb.com, diamond.com, and so on. So you can see that having a valuable domain name, not only does it increase your sales, but it costs you to get that name if you don't already have it. All right, that's the end of our lecture today. Thank you, and see you on the forums.